Welcome one, welcome all, it's NK Surge. Recently, yesterday, I guess on internet standards, I'm late. But yesterday we saw the trailer for Dragon Ball Daima. What Dragon Ball Daima is, well, a new Dragon Ball series. Woo! Yippee! We've been wanting one of those since Super ended, and honestly, I'm not really with the band that wanted a new Dragon Ball series, as I was perfectly fine with the manga. Yes, I would have loved to see the stuff that is in the manga, Granola, Moro, Ultra Ego, Frieza Black, I guess. I would have loved to see those animated, but Daima seems like it's gonna be cool. There's a couple of things that I noticed while watching this trailer that got my theory brain working. First off, I think we're finally gonna see what the Demon Realm has been. The Demon Realm has been teased in Dragon Ball since fucking Deborah showed up. For fuck's sakes. Like, Deborah was pretty much such a throwaway character, but we all latched onto him because one, he's arguably pretty cool. Two, he took out like one very popular fighter, like immediately out of the equation. Three, he has a cool sword. But like regardless, there was another reason we all attached to Deborah on, and that's because they said he was the Demon King. And to us, we were like, wait, what the fuck's the Demon King? Where the fuck do they rule? Obviously not Hell, because we've seen Hell. So what's up with that? And to the more extended Dragon Ball fans, I'm not saying that you're wrong to just watch the anime and read the manga. That's completely fine. That's honestly all you need. But I mean to the people that play the video games, such as Dragon Ball Online and Dragon Ball Xenoverse, in both of those games, characters from the Demon Realm are pretty explored. Well, not explored, but they are shown to us. For example, we have Towa and Mira. Both of these characters being, well, Towa, I believe, is Deborah's little sister, and Mira is like, imagine Perfect Cell, but being made by demons, and also he doesn't require to absorb two specific fighters. He just kind of has to keep fighting to get Towa and Mira are kind of weird. I don't think Demigra was part of the Demon Realm. So back to the Demon Realm. So like that's as much as we've gotten in that media. Then we have the fanfic land that is fucking Super Dragon Ball Heroes. We have shit like Goku Black Super Saiyan 3 and Gogeta Ultra Instinct Blue, I think? I mean, the Ultra Instinct Blue should honestly be very possible, especially if you read the manga. They do some explaining with Ultra Instinct, but I'm not gonna get into that. So, the Demon Realm has always been a place of interest, and we've always wanted to see it. But, again, it's been more seen in Dragon Ball Heroes, actually. But, yeah, so we've kind of seen this realm, but it's never been in canon material. So the fact that Toriyama is finally, like, giving us what he thinks is the Demon Realm, because at this point we've seen what the people that make Super Dragon Ball Heroes think is the Demon Realm. We haven't really seen the Demon Realm in, Xenoverse, but it's like Towa, even though she should have been the queen of the Demon Realm at this point since Deborah was dead, kind of gave two fucks and said, fuck the Demon Realm, I'm gonna make my own. No, I think the Demon Realm, here's the thing, we don't really know what's up with the Demon Realm either, because in my brain, I think the Demon Realm is like locked up, like the Kai's locked it up, but I think that's the explanation we get in online, in Dragon Ball Online, because I think in Dragon Ball Online, Toa's quest is to free the Demon Realm. So it's so weird. It's so weird, and I'm really excited to finally see the Demon Realm. And the reason I think this is the Demon Realm, I probably should have started off with why I think it is the Demon Realm, but I generally think it's the Demon Realm because when we see the bad guys, let's go ahead and just label them as the bad guys, you know, they look ominous. Okay, back to Dragon Ball. So yeah, these guys look pretty ominous. They look like they are gonna be the bad guys for sure, if they are No, they're bad guys. They're bad guys. Especially if I'm right about the demon realm. The reasons why I'm like convinced they are demons is because we see the shot of them like looking at this like wall of like photographs, I guess, and all of these shots are like taken and redrawn from the original C or manga style to the new animation style that they're using for Daima, which by the way, it looks really nice. Like almost makes me wanna forget about the what I want to say later on, but no. So all the shots that they're looking at, they're all from the Boo saga. Like I believe there's a shot that we see of Goku and Vegeta doing a cross counter when they're doing the Goku versus Majin Vegeta fight. There's like this shot of Babidi, Deborah, and Boo, and then there's like this one shot where it's focused on Babidi, and the villain kind of like crunches his fist, kind of like, "Ugh, Babidi, you failed me," or something like that. You know, it kind of gives me that vibe. So this not only like I'm already convinced it's the demon realm. Like I feel like I don't have any more convincing to do. Like I mean, look at the opening shot of the villain's castle. There's literally like lava and it looks all dark and shit. So 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 this goes on to the next scene. So in that scene that just played, like reversed and muted and probably fucking crisped up or whatever. But in that scene I just played, it makes it seem like the Dragon Balls are being used to wish for all these characters to be turned into kids. Similarly, how that happened in GT. Now, I am more than like even I talked to Turtle about this and he was like, "Yeah, that's most likely bait." Because I'm the way they're being transformed into kids, like I feel like the fucking dragon would just be like, okay, it's like, oh shit, I'm a kid now. But the way they're being transformed, it's like their bodies, you like, whoa, their their bodies are going like all wobbly and shit. Like it almost looks like they're the one that that painting, the Screamer, I think. So that makes me think that that's magic. I think they're under magic. I don't think it's a Dragon Balls. I think what's gonna happen. I think that shot of them summoning Shenron is actually gonna be the main cast using the Dragon Balls and being like, "Hey, look at us, Shenron. Look at us. We're kind of kids now. Can you help us out there?" And then since it's Dende and he's going up against like I guess the new ruler of the demon realm, I don't think Dende would be stronger than him. So the dragon would be like, "That wish is beyond my power," and it's like, "Ah, shit. All right. Well, because it's also on the it happens on the lookout, which I mean, if the villains are using the Dragon Balls on the lookout, that's already a red flag. But secondly, there's also this shot of Kid Goku, quote unquote. It's just Goku, but he's now a kid. With the power pole, and I think that's really cool because one, I don't think that happened in GT. And honestly, putting Goku back in his child body, yeah, that's the perfect excuse to give him back the power pole. So I think they did really cool with that. That is really cool that they gave him back the power pole. But him having the power pole also happens in the lookout. So that leads me to believe that that happens exactly like pretty much right after them summoning Shenron. Now, why would the villains be turning everyone to kids? Well, if Babidi failed them, what did he fail them in? I think Toriyama might retcon a bit of Dragon Ball by saying that these guys were around and that and that Babidi was able to take control of the Demon King with their help so that he could go get Majin Buu for them, which then Babidi was going to double cross them because he's like, if I have Buu under my command, then I don't need to fear anyone. So I think that's going to be the retcon, and I think what they're going to be trying to do is return Buu to a state of just pure evil, aka Kid Buu. Now, some of you might remember that Kid Buu is actually gone. Well, not gone. He's back on Earth, but that's because he's been reincarnated as a good person, Oob. So I think the villains are actually gonna fail in being able to bring back Kid Buu by reverting Majin Buu to his kid state. Because this Majin Buu is no longer associated with Kid Buu. But that leads me to another bit of speculation. Something that I pointed out because after this trailer was like a couple of hours ago, I guess, like at 10, it started happening. Like at 10 p.m. on Twitter. By the way, follow me and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, Make sure to comment what you think about all this, actually. What do you think of Daima? Do you like the animation style? Do you like what we've seen so far? And, more importantly, what do you think of my theory so far? Hi, I'm cutting in the middle because I completely forgot to put this segment in, but I don't even know if it made it into this short, but if it did, cool. If it didn't, maybe you haven't watched the short. You should watch it. Regardless, thanks to what happened in this short, I decided that I'm gonna make a new series that has something that's pretty much been recommended to me by a couple of friends, and that is kind of like a drunk history sort of deal, but instead of history, because it's not that I don't like history, I'm just not like history buff. If you ask me history questions, I'm most likely gonna get them wrong. But if you ask me questions about anime and shit, I most likely will be able to tell you about that. So, it's pretty much a series where I am high as all shit, and I retell a certain anime. Episode 1 is gonna be the first half of Naruto, and by first half I mean not an actual half, but OG Naruto, the original Naruto before Shippuden, and there'll be a later episode with Shippuden. But I'm here to tell you guys to choose the name of it. Here's your 3 options. A, we got Anime 420, B, High on Anime, and C, Transcended Blaze. That's it's kind of a reference to this guy more than anime, but I liked the name of it. I liked how it sounded. So yeah, go ahead and leave a vote in the comment section, and like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye. But this was pointed out to me by someone on Twitter. If I find the tweet, I'll put it here. And it's funny because we get to see, like, at first I was telling this to Turtle as a kind of complaint, like, wow, what a good way to get rid of Goten and Trunks. Just turn them into babies. And then it hit me. Wait, Marin also got turned into a baby. But all 3 of them should be like preteens, right? So they got turned to babies, and the adults got turned into kids. What happened to the kids? What would have happened to the multiple on-screen appearances of Pan? And what would have happened to the one on-screen appearance of Oob? Have they ceased to exist? Because if this is demon magic, why would demons care about children? It's like, if their goal is to revert everything to like their kid stage, then why would the preteens be turned to babies instead of being turned to kids? Now, I'm pretty sure the explanation is because they didn't want fucking Goten and Goku, 2 kid Gokus in a sense. But that's pretty interesting. What is gonna happen to Pan and Oob? Because if they do cease to exist, that gives Kid Buu another opportunity of being reincarnated as something evil this time. So I think that might be the goal they have. What are the goal that our heroes will have? Well, Goku won't really care about being a kid. He'll just be like, hey, that just means I can keep getting stronger for longer. I doubt characters like Vegeta or Gohan would be very cool with the fact that they've been turned one to kids again, and for at least Bola, for Vegeta and Gohan, they pretty much lost their daughters here, if they cease to exist, which I think would be pretty cool to actually give some stakes, not like stakes, but because like I'm sure the series is already gonna have stakes, like the world's gonna be destroyed. No, the universe is gonna be destroyed, or the demon realm's gonna be freed, and there are like so many demons of them. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I feel like that might be the actual like premise, but I think this premise of like the kids have ceased because the adults are now kids and the preteens are now babies. So because of this, everyone wants to go back to their original lives and they want to get their daughters back. So they all head out to fight the demons. I think that would be cool. That's pretty much everything I have to say about Daima, besides liking the animation, besides this theory. There's one last thing. So we've gotten references to OG Dragon Ball with the Power Pole and Kid Goku. And like it looks like it's gonna be a lot more exploration. I don't know. There was this shot with a dragon flying that gave me really big nostalgia, but not for Dragon Ball Z, for OG Dragon Ball specifically. So I do kind of hope that we get that feeling of Dragon Ball again. But not just that. Obviously, them being turned to kids is a clear reference to Dragon Ball GT. Plus, if Dragon Ball GT isn't canon, there was no reason to put it on the timeline when they at the beginning, because it went to Dragon Ball, to the start of Dragon Ball Z, to Cell to Boo, no, not to Boo, to Cell, and from Cell it went to GT. So I'm like, okay. My question is, how are the transformations gonna work? If they work like GT, then Goku, Gohan, Vegeta should all still be able to access Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3. Well, Goku has Super Saiyan 3, not them. My question is, are we finally going to get confirmation of whether the God forms are stronger or the Super Saiyan 4 forms? Because the Super Saiyan forms, at least we don't know for Vegeta, but for Goku, it was so strong that it actually forced him to go from kid to adult, like back to his regular like body. So that's interesting. Are we gonna like are Blue and God just not gonna be available because the body is too weak? And if they are available, do they just transform like to their like regular bodies? Because if they don't, then I'm gonna have to give the vote to Super Saiyan 4. Like, yeah, I know, who cares what's stronger, like which one's the canon one, whatever. Super Saiyan 4 is cool as fuck. And if Super Saiyan Blue doesn't turn Goku from kid to adult, then I'm gonna have to give the vote to Super Saiyan 4 being stronger. Uh, but secondly, does that mean that like MUI will transform Goku into his big size? Or will we finally see the first appearance of Ultra Ego in the anime? And for Vegeta, that's what will turn him into an adult. I kind of hope so. I kind of do, because don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't mind. I really don't mind this. I do not mind the fact that they're kids, except for Vegeta, because like we know Kid Goku can handle himself as a kid. Can Vegeta handle himself as a kid? Regardless, that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't really have anything negative to say about Daima. We don't really have much information. The animation looks good. It's a series. It's coming out next year. I'm not exactly hyped because it's Dragon Ball. The last two movies were awesome, but Dragon Ball Super, even my favorite arc with Goku Black, is like, it's a complete mess. Dragon Ball Super is a complete mess. The characters don't feel like themselves. It's so much. But Daima could be a return to form. I know a lot of people still like Super. If you like Super, there's nothing wrong with that. I just felt like a lot of the stuff in Super was redundant. Like Vegeta's character arc, we kind of had already, like his whole character arc had already happened in Z, and then to see him revert to that character kind of sucks. It kind of felt like the writers for Super, both Toyotaro, no throwing shame at Toyotaro or anyone, but both Toyotaro and Toei were like, no, people like Vegeta like that, so make sure you go like that. Like, make sure he gets the exact same character arc he got in Z. Even finishing off with the whole final explosion. But this time, he didn't fucking die. Again, nothing wrong with liking Super. I personally do like Super. There's a lot of silly stuff that happens. I can't lie that the TOP isn't like pretty fucking hype. And again, Goku Black is one of my favorite new characters, and like he's from Dragon Ball Super. So me saying that I don't like Dragon Ball Super would be hypocritical. And also the movies have been really good. From DBS Broly and DBS Superheroes were both really good. I personally like Beast Gohan. I wish we had gotten more stuff to do with that. But yeah, also, will Beast Gohan coming to play during Daima? Damn. I don't know. You all tell me. I'll see you later.